we must talk about this. We must.
Which one?
We must talk about this. Biden handing out crack pipes. What is that? Biden, he said they said it ain't crack pipes. The White House said it ain't crack pipes. Y'all got it. They said y'all better stop disrespecting us out here in these streets. They're calling them safe smoking kits, or one piece of equipment on a list of 20 items the Department of Health and Human Services outlined on the grant application for its harm reduction program. The HHS and ONDCP, whatever that stands for, are focused on using our resources smartly to reduce harm and save lives. Accordingly, no federal funding will be used directly or through subsequent reimbursement of grantees to put pipes in safe smoking kits. The goal, I didn't even know they still made pipes. Like, you can still go somewhere and buy a pipe. Like,
the smoke shops.
Yeah, they somehow they don't made glass weed smoking pipes now. They just keep back to the 80s, dog. I don't know what the fuck wrong with people, man.
So you can't tell the crackhead from the weed head. Like,
well, I was gonna say it's the same place where I bought my Samsung washer and dryer. So I should have known this, and I dropped the ball. What y'all think about the government using their resources to give people safe smoking kits? But if we was to ask for reparations, they say they don't got no money.
Bad, Jay. What was the cost? I'm looking at the article now. What was the total amount?
Oh, I don't know.
Damn.
Here we the king of headlines. We don't actually do.
I think that was the most reading we've done on the article. I think here's my thing. I'm like, I understand what the thought process was behind it, but I'm like, I feel there's so many other ways that we could utilize those type of funds to help Americans. I mean, we could start paying teachers more so that they could want to be more inclined to teach kids and deal with some of the things that they do. I mean, of course, we could do something about reparation, but it's like, I don't see how this would be drastically beneficial for the future of Americans. I get the logic as well. They're going to smoke. We're just going to try to help them smoke responsibly. But even crack pipes, I'm like, don't nobody care if you're sharing a crack pipe. If you're sharing a heroin needle, that's a little different. So I don't even get why you trying to give them crack pipes. They sharing herpes. Okay, who cares? Like what?
But isn't everybody sharing herpes?
It's a cold sore.
I'm listening.
I do have a theory about this, though.
Let's go.
Everybody in the hood, when they get real broke, what's the first thing they think they should do? Start selling drugs, right?
Selling drugs, ass.
Selling drugs, right?
Right.
So the government, they always saying they broke, right? What if they trying to make some money? Ooh. And who controls the drugs? Who controls the drugs coming in? The government, right? So what if these niggas like, hey man,
Nene, we need you, sister. Don't keep talking. They're gonna off your ass. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, sister.
What if they are like, yo, we gotta sell some drugs. We're running out of money. But what if we gave them one piece? It's kind of like some of these other companies. Hey, we'll give you this and you get this free. So what if they provide the crack pipes and not the crack? And we're like, hey, but you got to buy the crack. So now they're making money.
Man, it's an incentive.
See?
I feel you on that.
What
I
think
like that.
it is? You know what I think it is? I just think it's the tone deafness of our government. Remember when they were observing, like, the death of George Floyd and the whole Congress showed up to work in kente cloth? I think they were brainstorming one day and they were like, what's some medical device that Black people would like that they wouldn't be offended by? Nah, they already got insulin needles. Yeah, crack pipes. You know what I mean? And if those pipes have any type of Black paraphernalia on it, we gonna know. If I see a fist on that pipe, we gonna know.
I don't see a crackhead in line for a crack pipe.
I was reading. I see a fist on that.
If the part you put the crack in is a fist,
my God,
I don't see
like the fucking pics.
Like the
if that pipe say Black Lives Matter on it, we know.
Yo.
Crackheads will smoke crack out of anything. I don't see them standing in line to get their crack pipe kit. And then crackheads aren't super responsible. The reason they always need to smoke it out of something is because they lose the crack pipe.
I thought crackheads graduated to meth.
No,
that's white people.
Yeah, that's white people.
That's white crackheads.
Oh.
I got a career crackhead family member who has never had a job and has smoked crack since high school, completely functioning, except for when she's on crack. Funniest thing ever. I used to listen, real story.
You mean meth or crack?
Crack.
Oh, okay.
True story. I remember when I was a kid, I realized she would walk around the house. She would see white stuff on the floor and go to pick it up and get mad and throw that shit down, right? I started, it was like some white little rocks that was outside of the house. I started collecting them and I would throw them on the floor and I'll pretend to be asleep at night. She'll walk by, she'll be peeping out the window, she'll look, shit. This is real shit.
Hey man, hug your kids after this, man. I feel there was some hurt in that story.
Oh my God.
That's sweet.
Yo, this shit is crazy. It says the administrator is focused on a comprehensive strategy to stop the spread of drugs and curb addiction, including prioritizing the use of proven harm reduction strategies like providing naloxone, fentanyl test strips, and clean syringes, as well as taking decisive action to go after violent criminals who are trafficking illicit drugs like fentanyl. This shit makes no sense. I get it. You want them to test their drugs because fentanyl is a thing and it's killing people. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to some of my brothers who died to that recently over the last couple of years. But it's like Nene said, you're pushing this shit into the community. You're giving them more incentives to say, hey, okay, now I feel safe doing this harmful thing that's going to keep me marginalized and pushed down and oppressed.
Bro, and then it says they're going to come down on criminals who are trafficking drugs. What about coming down on the criminals trafficking our women? Can we put funds to that? You know what?
But then we won't have no more politicians.
You know what I'm saying?